Hello, greetings, and good morning. So, today I would like to just talk about friendships that I've had with other females. Now, this one female I was friends with who lived in my apartment complex um, on the north side of Houston. And she was pretty, and she had some of my Libra ways. Wait, let me think. Because I'm thinking that her birthday is also in October. I think her birthday is October the 13th. Mine is October the 11th. Yeah, she's a Libra. But she was a little crazy. She had a lot of crazy ways about her. She had 3 kids. And the thing about her is that her daughter, one of her daughters, because she have 4 daughters now because she had her last baby in 2020. So, one of her daughters is the daughter that I made a story time about. And her daughter was like 8 years old around the time. This the same little girl that I made a story time about other people's kids in my house who disrespect me. And her daughter was very disrespectful to me in my house and came in my face doing all this. And I told her, I stood up over her because the girl was just as short as me, but a little bit shorter. And I told her, watch yourself. I don't want to have to show you the other side of me. Don't disrespect me. If you don't do that to your own mama, you're not going to do it to me. And I said, you're going to make me get on the phone and call your mom and ask her to come and get you because I do not like that. Don't disrespect me in my house, little girl. Okay, so back to her mom. So me and her mom had been friends for maybe like a year. I'd say 2 years. I don't really talk to her mom anymore. Her mom don't really talk to me. Now, I'm gonna just say this. To be honest, I enjoy being friends with her. She has done my hair before because she does hair at our house, and she's done my daughter's hair. She's done me a sew-in, which kind of came out horrible because the tracks were showing. I have to be honest and tell the truth, okay? That sew-in was so wrong. I had to go over after I went home, me and my daughter, and I looked in the mirror. I had to get some tracks, some leftover tracks, and like bond in with the bonding glue everywhere where she had all these tracks showing. And then I don't know, it's like if you don't want nobody to have do your hair and you want to look good, why would you do the next person the way that you wouldn't like someone to do you? And so another weird thing happened while I was at her house because my daughter was in her daughter's room playing with her, and her baby daughter, one of her other daughters, was asleep. And so her baby daughter was in the living room with us. So while we are talking, we'd like to drink and take shots. And she was doing that while she was doing my hair. Now, I'm not going to say that she have sewed in my hair because she was drunk, because she was not drunk at all. But when I asked for another drink, okay, in a little shot glass. All of a sudden, this bitch starts staring at me as I'm drinking the second drink. And then starts smiling and saying, "You have baby lungs." Now, I know good and well that this trick didn't do nothing to the drink. I don't know if she did something to it because I never did see. She went in the kitchen and poured me another drink. But I just did not like the way she was staring at me as I was drinking the liquor in the shot glass. And I think the liquor was called Douce. That was weird. Another weird incident that happened is like one day I was at the transit center and it had started raining a little bit and I was waiting on the bus. And she saw me and she came to pick me up. But the thing is, like, she showed me a TikTok because she has her own TikTok account. On the TikTok, she had a gun saying that she will fuck her boyfriend up if she ever found out that he was messing around on her and all this type of shit. And I'm looking at her crazy. I laughed. I'm like, "Girl, you crazy like that?" She's like, "Yeah, I am," with a serious face. So then she was saying that how she would kill up everybody in the apartment complex that messed with her and her kids. And she gave me this crazy look. I don't know. Other things started happening in the friendship. When I first moved over here in this neighborhood, I call it the suburbs of Houston because, like I said, all the expensive restaurants are over here where I live at. Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Roof Crest, or however you say it, and other restaurants are over here. Crafty Crab, which is one of my favorite Creole restaurants, and I'll be ordering the snow crabs, shrimp, potatoes, and all that. But yeah, so when I first moved over here in 2020, my daughter had asked me to ask her if her daughter could come over, and her being my friend was like, if it's all right with you, yeah, she can come over. I'll drop her off. So she came over, but she also dropped off her daughter's cousin, which was her niece. What did I volunteer to watch them for? They acted horrible. They dirtied up my house. They made a lot of noise. They kept wanting to go to the park. Was trying to jump in the pool area knowing that they couldn't swim. The very next day, I called her. I told her that me and my daughter had somewhere to go. Could she please come pick up her niece and her daughter? The same daughter who I said disrespected me in my house. So she came late, like around 7 o'clock in the afternoon or something, but it was summertime. But she did come to get her daughter. But like I said, the friendship between me and her was weird. And then she was a little younger than me too. But the friendship between me and her was very weird. I guess what connected me and her and why me and her were friends was because she was a Libra like I am. But like something else she did that really bothered me. And so I'm at the house cooking. all of a sudden, my ex of 5 years called me on the phone. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, I'm in this corner store and your friend walked up to me and introduced herself, asking me where her daughter was at. And I'm like, why is she walking up to you and introducing herself when she's already met you? That's weird. So I got mad, and as soon as I got off the phone with him, I called her and I asked her if she did that, and she's like, yeah. I was looking for my daughter, and all I was doing was just asking him if he's seen her. And I'm like, you could have called me and asked me that. I was mad, but I tried. I played it off and I was like, we both look out for each other's kids. But honestly, I was really mad at her about that situation because I feel like the only reason why she walked up to him, talking to him because I wasn't around. A lot of females do this type of shit. It's very sneaky and grimy, and I've had a lot of friends in my past who used to do stuff like that. Women that I used to work with who called themselves my friends, anytime that I would miss work, my child's father, my baby daddy, would tell me that they would be in his face talking to him while I wasn't around. But when I'm around, all they do is speak to the both of us and keep walking. Okay, but anyway, so I don't know what's going on with me and her friendship ever since. I would say her name. I'ma just call her short and skinny. Because she's built up kind of she has very skinny legs, but she has a butt like she done had a BBL. Okay, I digress. But yeah, it really irked me and irritated me that he told me that she walked up to him in a corner store and was talking to him, and then when I asked her about it, she was talking to me as if it was no big deal. Another thing is that, once my daughter was outside at the park playing, and two girls jumped her. And the two girls that jumped her was the girls that always play with her daughter. So I'm asking her on the phone, what's the apartment number of the girls? Because the girls lived across the street in the same apartment complex, lived across from her in another section. And she's like, I'm driving. I can't tell you the apartment number right now, so she hangs up. Now, that was weird, too, because, okay, you driving, it does not, if you know what apartment number these girls live in, and she did say that, why didn't she tell me? Because I was calling the laws. Yes, I was, but I don't think she wanted me to call the laws, but she just had to play it off, because her and I were friends, but... Okay, so that's another thing. She's one friend that I didn't really see myself being in a friendship that long with her because, she a little sneaky. She's a little sneaky. And she, we were having girl talk, and while she's doing my hair, doing the same sewing, she's telling me that her next door neighbor don't like her, and every time that her next door neighbor boyfriend sees her, And he's staring at her and saying, "God damn," saying that he was looking at her ass. And I'm like, okay, obviously your neighbor's boyfriend likes you. And the thing is, she has a live-in boyfriend. And I've seen her like talking to other dudes as if she's single, but whatever. I don't know what's going on with me and her friendship. It's like every time I try to have a friendship with females, they always like be acting weird, or they find some kind of way to cross me, to do me dirty some kind of way. I don't know. She's a little weird, but I thought about calling her, but I don't know. Don't know. Me and her are both Facebook friends. She could be talking to me on there, but I think she's going through some things herself. So, and then I didn't want to feel like that she was somehow like using me to watch her kids, because after her daughter spent the night, she told me the next time she was gonna bring all three of her girls over to spend the night, and I was like, oh no. Okay, but anyway, as far as me being friends with the girl from the singing app that I'm on, Star Maker. So, I feel like she snaked me the same way that she feel like I snaked her. It's a guy on Star Maker that I am like crushing on. And he did leave Atlanta, Georgia, took a flight from Atlanta, Georgia, came all the way to Houston to visit me. So when I told her about this situation, which he did come, I have proof that he came, she was jealous about it, and I didn't understand why she was jealous about it. But the next thing I knew, she's joining the same group chat that she sees them in, and then coming back and telling me that him and her been speaking to each other and chatting on the group chat inside of the singing app, because they have group chats where they talk. But I felt some type of way about her, because like she knows that me and him got something going on. And then when she saw that I got mad at her, she's going to say to me, well, I'm not going to talk about him anymore because of you. I said, what you mean because of me? But she just laughed it off, and she was like, I have a boyfriend on here. Obviously, you and him dating. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to come in between y'all. That's all I'm saying. She had to correct herself and explain herself, because, I was looking at her kind of funny. But then when it came down to her boyfriend on the app, who was already friends with me on the app, and she was pissed off because I was telling her how he kept sending me song collabs to sing with him. So she was pissed off at him and me, but really she only wanted to check me about it, and I found that to be weird. And I already felt some type of way about her, because she act as if she was jealous and liking on a dude that's from Atlanta, Georgia. Him and her are both from Atlanta, Georgia, and both live in Atlanta, Georgia. But I just found that she was weird. She was weird. Like, I never ever want to be friends with her ever again. She still comes on my profile on the singing app looking at me, and sometimes I go on her profile too. But she even had the audacity to message me and ask me to follow her again. I don't want to be back in friends with her again, because, before me and her friendship ended, Just because she was going through stuff with the boyfriend on the singing app, she was taking that shit out on me, and I didn't like it, and I was pissed off at her, but I had to hold all that in until it all exploded one day. But these just experiences about friendships that I've had with females. The female that I was speaking of at first is the female that lived in my apartment complex, and the female that I just got done talking about is the friendship that I had with the girl from the Star Maker singing app. We was friends the whole year of 2021, but I had to end that friendship and unfollow her because she was taking it out on me, whatever she was going through with the boyfriend, and I just wasn't going to deal with that. I was already going through stuff my own self. But yeah, I'm about to end this video, and I'm going to go and curl and flat iron my hair. And I have some errands to run, and I will come back later on with another video for y'all. Until then, stay blessed.